Hey, look at that. Right off the bat, everything's lined up perfectly. Love to see it.
Woohoo!
I hope that's a
We love
indicator of
her.
things to come for today. Hi everybody. Welcome back. Another Sunday, another session of D&D. I'm Maxwell, your Dungeon Master, and today we have Ashley.
Hello!
We have Winter. Oh, go ahead. I didn't know if you were going to say a thing.
Are we supposed to be introducing our characters yet, or in a minute?
We can, 100%.
Okay,
Introduce Elektra.
I'm playing Elektra. She is a super happy, loving person, but she just went through something very intense. So if you haven't watched the last episode, pause and go watch it and come watch this one after. Because she is about to go through some deep stuff.
Deep stuff. Winter.
Hello, I'm Perry. Probably feeling the opposite of Elektra. She's feeling pretty strong and proud that she's showing off to all these peasants.
That she is. Really flexing those muscles. And we have Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and I'm playing Alexandria, who is a rogue dompier who is pretending to be an elf and dealing with a new issue of blood. So,
yes, the ever-present dilemma.
Oh.
So, where we left off was the party heading back towards the, oh, why is my stream saying we're not live anymore? Okay, that must have just been a bug on mine. Where we left off was the party heading back to Siege Afayir, this cave settlement within the canyons of the southern portion of the desert, known as the Sands of Soot. The party went out on a scouting, hunting venture to try and show these people that live out here in the harsh desert that they're not entirely helpless and incapable of surviving or carrying their weight around the siege, things like that. After an uneventful jaunt out to the opening of this canyon out into the wider desert, the party came across the sounds of heated combat. Alexandria and the hunters scouted ahead to peer over some dunes of sand and see the insect people known as Thrycreen engaged in combat with a larger number of skeletons in combat. One of the hunters postulated that it's possible that the sand might have unearthed a ancient battleground and the Thrycreen coming through for whatever reason, hunting, traveling, nomad lifestyle, disturbed the dead, and that led to the present situation. The party elected to not intervene in this situation and assist the Thrycreen, leaving that conflict to stand on its own as they didn't really have a stake in the game. Why risk themselves of any harm when they can just walk away? So the party headed into the canyons to look for any animals, wildlife to hunt on the way back. The party was successful in finding some hyena tracks and found a large hyena den in the canyons in this sort of sunken area where they found a smaller pack of hyenas making do on some carcass, lounging about, doing generally hyena things that hyenas do. Everyone got into positions and went in for the kill. Without too much difficulty, were able to wipe out these hyenas. However, the scent of blood on the wind and the loud conflict that ensued drew the attention of another hyena pack in the area, a larger pack who came for the scraps. Unfortunately for those hyenas, there were no scraps to be found, because they were all slain by the party. After which,
Sucks.
the hunters and the party harvested material meat from the hyenas. Elektra wandered into a cave and experienced some strange visions after grasping a really ornate diadem she found in a satchel filled with lots of silver and jewelry. And by the way, I will let you know what was in that satchel in just a moment. Aside from that, some of the party witnessed the majority of this happening, but the hunters they were with made some incisions on the carcasses and placed a ritual urn in the center of this area, which drew all the blood to it, creating a tense situation for a blood-hungry Alexandria. After that instance, everyone had a brief discussion and began heading back to the siege. On the way back, Nazim, the leader of the hunt, stopped to talk with Gert, another member of the hunt, very briefly, and asked him if he was still willing to commit to the traditions of the tribe, to which he agreed. The mood seemed a bit dour around this discussion for those who seemed in the know for what that meant, and the party began heading back. Now, as for what was in that satchel, there was that diadem that you found, which looks like a diadem of Ra, a god that has not been mentioned at all by any of the inhabitants of this place. There was about 400 silver in this satchel, and about 25 gold worth of like various, not like super antique or anything, but just rings, necklaces, amulets that are just of like low quality metals, brass, copper, that sort of thing. Not really with any gemstones. That was within that satchel you found on a corpse. So we pick up about 20 minutes into the walk back. It's into the night now. There's a chill hanging in the air. There's a vastly starry sky. Any of you that would like can certainly make a intelligence check, a history check, a survival check on just the night sky, if that's something that would cross your characters' minds. If not, we will continue on.
Wait, what were the options?
Just raw intelligence, history, or survival.
History. I'm looking at history.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing history as well, and that is a 17 to start.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay.
I think Elektra's got too much on her mind.
She's got a little bit on her mind. And that reminds me, we introduced at the end for the first time for this campaign the stress mechanic, which now Elektra has 1 on the stress score, which will just subtract 1 from every roll until Elektra can have 24 hours of not intense time to sort of recoup her mental state and such. Okay, for those of you that made that check, Piri, you're not ultra familiar with the night sky and constellations and stars. Alexandria, even though, you know, you could see the night sky on occasion, you know, when it wasn't completely overcast by clouds in Barovia, both of you look up at a night sky that is largely unfamiliar. Piri, there's many more stars than you've ever really seen in the night sky, except for maybe nights out on the open plains or so, where there's just far from any civilization. And Alexandria, likewise, there's so many stars, and none of them, out of any constellations you're familiar with, are present in the night sky. This is an unfamiliar sky. So we pick back up, heading back, and okay, what's on everyone's mind as we're heading back?
I'm such a badass.
Are you still carrying the hyena?
Yeah.
She's dragging a giant hyena behind her
A
for
giant
any
hyena.
of those unaware of what they're referencing.
I think Alexandria is trying to block out that whole situation that just happened, like an out of sight, out of like, nope, not like that happened, freaked out, not going down that road until I have to, and is probably more focused on Elektra and her sketchy behavior, as well as like Nazim and like what that whole thing, and is probably just like watching everybody.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think Elektra would actually go up to Gert and talk to him.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Elektra, you walk up to Gert as he has sort of a stern expression and is walking along silently through the sand.
Gert,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Ask.
What are the customs that you have to abide by?
I'm sorry, outsider. You are not a chosen of suit, so I cannot discuss this thing with you.
Oh, I see. Sorry, also, did Elektra see any of the blood thing, or was she in the cave the whole time?
She saw, like, sort of it wrapping up.
Also, that thing with the blood, is that something you guys do a lot?
That is an important part of the hunt. It is, as we say, water is blood, blood is water. This is a way to bring more water back to our home.
Do you,
If
like,
he holds up
is
a
there
hand,
something you do to it?
if the Shapers or the Hira see fit, we can explain what happens with that. For now, just understand that it is part of our survival out here in the desert.
All right. It was pretty vague, but sounds good. Thanks. I have some more. No more questions. Never mind. And she like looks like she's about to like ask, and then she just kind of was like, no, never mind. And she kind of falls back, and like she's gonna walk at the back of everybody at the back of the group.
Okay. So you guys head on for another hour or so, and along the path, you guys see up ahead a figure standing with one arm outstretched, just unmoving up ahead, not facing towards you. It's nighttime and you're not that close, but you see a humanoid figure standing up just in the middle of the sand, motionless.
Alexandria's hand probably goes to her dagger, being like, what is going on? And clocks Nazim and some of these people, like, their reactions.
You see they've all stopped too, to sort of assess the situation. They give it a few moments and begin to press onwards in that direction.
Towards the human?
Yes. Which is in the direction you're heading to get back to the siege.
Okay.
Do you normally find random people out here?
No, we do not normally find random people out here. I believe we have not found a random person out here. You'll see when we get closer.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
She'll follow them.
Okay. So they get close and you're about 60 feet away. They're still walking. They don't look like they're at arms or anything. They kind of just are casually walking as if they're just going to walk right past this figure standing up.
Alexandria keeps her hands on the... Yeah. Alexandria's gonna step by Elektra and kind of clock Puri's reaction or what Puri's doing, and gonna kind of like pull her dagger out a little bit to have it ready to throw or use if something is rebound.
What's Puri doing?
She's mostly just dragging the hyena along. Not really paying attention to anything besides like kind of like looking at the ground with a stern face, and then occasionally smirking and nodding.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah. So the reason Puri is able to carry those this giant hyena she's carrying is because of a pair of magical boots that remove movement restrictions from encumbrance and also increase her jump distance by 3 times, which is a fun little feature. Jumpy girl. So you're about 30 feet away. The hunters are leading the way, and they walk right up to this thing and stop, and they all turn to face you. And Nazim holds out one hand and gestures to it. It's not uncommon to find wandering dead out here in the desert. Sometimes they are animate, other times not. Sometimes they are the latter and then end up as the former. This would be that. And as you are close enough now, you can see it appears that this is a looks like a mummified corpse that's just sort of locked in place, just upright, as if it was just trudging through the sand, and it's just been just like it died standing up and is just still there for the second time.
Oh my goodness.
So, you can leave them be, or if so inclined, which we usually are, real quickly, we will, and you see they go up, they pull the arms down to the sides of this corpse that's standing up, and lay it down on the ground, cover it with some sand, and go, is best burial you can usually get for the reason.
Elektra's gonna go up and like pluck a little feather from her hair and like put it on top of the sand where it was buried and just say, I wish you best in the afterlife, my friend. I'm sorry that this was the way you had to
go. See the hunters nod in solemnity with your little blessing there, and they turn to continue carrying on. Cool.
No big deal.
Heavy D.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, you all begin heading back, and it's not too long before you can see that familiar sort of break in the canyon wall that, you know, leads into this open area, which leads to another canyon wall where the siege is. Nazim says, okay, let's go inside. We will try to find the Tamu and the Kira and inform them how the hunt went. After that, I suppose you can just go back to your quarters for the evening and we see what the new day brings, okay?
Cool.
Okay. You begin rounding the corner and you begin your march up to the cave wall, and you can see on the structures outside the wall, there's torches lit. You can see a few of the inhabitants here standing from these structures mounted to the canyon wall, watching as you approach. And you arrive at the front of the caves and you head inside. Nazim says, we probably will find Temu and Nahira back in the center. And you see as he's talking, another inhabitant of this place, another arrow, it looks like, comes up, puts a hand on Nazim's shoulder, whispers something in his ear, and any of you can give me an insight check if you'd like, if you're observing this.
Yep. Oh.
17.
Okay.
Got a 9.
Okay.
I best you with an 8.
Okay. Elektra, you can see on Nazim's face that he's just been told probably bad news. Nazim turns to you all. Okay, it appears. Come with me. We need to go inform Warder and Matron what happened. Then we have something else to discuss. Okay.
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 Should we be concerned?
This is not really a matter that concerns you, but still, I think it's maybe a learning experience for you to be part of discussion we're about to have.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Is Gert still with us too right now?
Yep. As is Panya.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll follow them.
Okay. You head back through the caves and you wind through to the large area where there, again, is just sort of that open area where there's like a gnarled tree in the center. There's some tables scattered about, lounging area. And there's the open sky visible through a narrow ravine. You see Nahira and Atemu engaged in sort of a hushed but heated discussion between each other. There's another individual there you don't seem to recognize, who carries 2 blades at his hip. Nazim steps up. Atemu and here we have returned from the trip. May I inform you on the events that transpired? Atemu looks over. Speak, Nazim. Nazim relays the information of the hunt, of the Thrycreen, the undead, the hyenas. Nahira is sort of watching all of you in silence as this discussion is going on. Their recap wraps up. Atemu says, okay, Nazim, take the urn to one of the shapers back in the and he looks at you all. You know where to take it. Go ahead. Nazim nods and begins to walk off. He turns his back for a second, looks at Alexandria. Still curious, Pale Elf?
Yeah.
Okay, come with me.
Oh, God. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Alexandria follows Nazim off. We'll talk about that in just a moment. You see, Atemu says, all right, Nazim, so here's what happened. Edfu's group ran into some trouble on the jaunt to the west. Shaba and Aku have been killed. Edfu is recovering. The priests they have tended to his injuries.
Food in your mouth.
It is as we thought. They are in the west. We found one. It sounds like before things went bad. They thought they could take it on themselves, solve the problem. Two of them died. So What we are discussing now is I think we should strike first, go kill the beast before it has time to go back to any other it lives with, and let them know they potentially know where we are. Naira here thinks that we should wait in case there are others. But as you know, I get the final say. What do you think, Nazim? We strike in the morning or what? We need to hunt the killers. Our killer of our people. Nazim, squire for a moment. That sounds good, Atemu. I will be happy to go try and avenge our fallen. Atemu holds up hand. I just wanted your opinion. You are not going. And this is a matter for the blades, not the arrows. Unfortunately, they have already failed on this occasion once already. And the hero speaks up. You know, if you go and you mess up, and there are more, you may die as well. And then what happens? They come find this place. We may win, sure, but at what cost, huh? Those brutes? Would they risk our people without thinking this through first? Tamu holds up hand again. I get the final say. We will hunt the ogre. Understood? Nahira puffs and walks off. You are left standing in this central area. But as they begin to walk off, Atemu stops, turns around, looks at Gert. Gert, you understand? He nods. Okay. We do this tonight or tomorrow. Gert looks to you all. They, everyone is tired. We should do this tomorrow. Okay, Gert. Come tomorrow. We will resolve this. He nods. And you are left standing there.
I would like to go get my things from the hunter's quarters and then head back to my room.
Okay. Barry, what are you doing? Did you drag the hyena inside, by the way, or did you leave it outside?
I left it outside.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. So yeah, Elektra is going to grab her stuff. Alexandria is following Nazim to, and Alexandria was still there for the sort of rest of that conversation, as Atemu had wanted to converse with Nazim before he left. So Alexandria is about to go follow Nazim off. What does everyone want to do, aside from Elektra and Alexandria? So I guess Piri, what's Piri want to do?
Yeah, she's actually going to return to her room to prepare.
Okay. So we'll head over to Alexandria. Alexandria, you begin following Nazim through the cave, and you walk through one tunnel where last time you were here there were two entryways that were guarded. There are currently no guards stationed at these entryways. As you walk by the first one on your right, give me a perception check.
15.
I don't think that was for Piri.
13 plus 3 is 16? So that's close.
That is close to 15. As you are following Nazim walking by, you breathe in some of that stale cave air, and your nose twitches for a second, and you definitely smell some blood in that room. As you follow Nazim past that corridor to another.
Like, I want to, like,
Wait,
lift my
can
hand
Alex-
and, like, hold up.
Yes, Perry?
Wait, sorry. Wait, is Perry with me?
Yeah, I'm
I thought
following.
Perry went.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
the other way.
Yeah, that Alexandria is going a different way than back to your quarters.
Oh, okay, never mind. No, never mind.
Okay.
You're with me.
Can Alexandria stop when she smells the blood?
Yeah,
Does Nazim,
absolutely.
Hey, Thora, wrong thing. Alexandria, like, just probably stops and just, like, cocks her head to the way, just, like, curiosity.
Yeah, you see Nazim is a few steps ahead of you. He stops. He doesn't look back at you. We're not going in there. We're going up here. You're coming?
Yeah, but what's in the bloody room?
So what?
The smells of blood, that room.
You hear him click his tongue. He cocks his head back a bit. For, not the desert. You, have a strong sense of smell, don't you?
Yeah. That's not the only thing that's strong, but I suppose I am perceptive.
Okay, you...
Stop laughing!
I'm sorry. You smell blood and you just like forget how to person. Blood? Where?
Oh God. Okay.
You may have a chance to step into that holy place. Maybe if by miracle you are allowed to be a chosen of suit, or perhaps, I don't know, someone else lets you in. But it's not my place to do that. So come with me,
So we
please.
can't explore the blood room today. Okay.
No,
She just she like laughs, like jokes, like she's trying to like lighten the mood. It just like is like, okay, let's go. And it just like starts walking and wait for him to like show her where we need to go.
Yeah. So you don't walk too much farther. You approach a corridor on the left and you head through a tunnel. And you step into a dark room, but you immediately hear this sort of sound of like ambient water in a pit. You step into this room and you see there's a large natural pit that's filled with water. At the side of this pit, there's a large stone bowl like basin on a pedestal next to this pit water, as it were. And there is a young girl who looks to be, in her teens. She's got one bandage, or not a bandage, but like a covering over an eye, a single eye, and sits sort of meditating in the corner. She looks up as you enter. Zim, you're back. You have the urn. He nods, pulls the urn out from his backpack, puts it on the ground in front of her. Okay, so how was it? A lot of blood today? Not a lot of blood, how do we do? Nazim says it was a good hunt. Not without trouble. Many more hyena than we thought there would be. Still, they should be good for the people. She nods. Okay, well, let me get to work. Oh, is she allowed to be in here, Nazim? Nazim says she's fine. This is it's not that. It's okay. Okay, just thought I'd ask. Can't be too careful with outsiders, we never see them ever, so I don't know why we're showing them our things, but okay. Who am I to question? All right, let's do this. She goes over, unseals the urn, steps back, and you see she takes a fan from her hip that's just like a fan made of feathers, and she whips it up in the air, and you see the blood begins roiling out of the urn into the air and trailing through the air into this large basin at the side of this pit of water. This goes on for a few minutes, and then the urn is empty, and she stands next to the basin that is now filled to the brim with blood. Alexandria, give me like a casual wisdom save. Or Constitution.
Sure.
Whichever you think, Alexandria.
Last time I rolled really.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you said wisdom?
Yeah.
That's a 6.
Okay.
It's always the wisdom saves that I feel really bad on, and I'm really bad about it.
Hey, there's a basin full of so much blood in front of you right now.
Like so much blood. Like
so much blood. What's Alexandria thinking? She's pretty thirsty. You're already a little agitated from earlier having to like hold your hunger back.
I feel like Alexandria's also tired. She did get hit. Like, oh god. Alexandria probably takes a step forward. Her hands like clenching at her sides, like probably just
yeah.
very tense.
You take a step forward. You see this girl, again, just this teenage girl with her bandage over her eye, holds her fan up at you. Hey, what you doing? It's not ready yet. What, you drink it like this? You sick? In the head? You want to get sick? You're that thirsty? What's wrong with you, huh?
Alexandria's her very tense stare turns into a little bit of a glare as she probably lifts like her eyesight to this teenage girl who's like has the audacity to like be like and she probably takes like a half step forward. Her hair, like she's probably fully like shake, like it's just like, oh god.
Okay. You see the girl still holding her fan towards you. Okay, can you step back, please? I need like some space to do my thing. Okay? You step back. Let me fix this. Okay, make it actually usable.
Does Alexandria want to step back?
Does Alexandria want to step back?
What is her brain? You said. How bad does she want this blood based off of that roll?
Well, Alexandria has not had the blood of a humanoid since the first night she's been turned.
But this is all hyena.
This
blood.
is all hyena blood. So it's like, again, it'd be like sating an appetite with the blandest food. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't make you feel any better mentally or spiritually or whatever. It would just fill your stomach, as it were, for the time being.
Okay. And this like teenage girl, like she's like back off, right? Like she's like
she's been like waving her fan at you.
Okay. Alexandria's gaze is probably just gonna fall to this like pit of blood. Like, what does it look like? Like, is anything happening to it in the moment?
Right now, it's just it's like a big basin. I mean, it's the blood of like over a dozen hyenas that has been harvested and then removed from this magic urn and then put in this basin. So it's like it's big. It's like a few gallons of blood, probably. Actually, more than a few gallons. It's like gallons of blood in this basin.
What is Zine doing?
He's sort of standing back towards the entrance to the room, sort of leaning up against a wall.
Can Alexandria put her hand out?
Yeah.
Guys, one of you should have followed. Maybe. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. How close is Alexandria to this basin?
Within 5 feet of it.
Can she take another step forward to try to reach out to touch it?
Yeah.
Or
You're
like,
definitely
dip her
within.
fingers into the
Yeah,
blood?
you're definitely within arm's reach, and you could try to reach out and dip your finger in if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll for that.
Sweating.
You reach out and dip your finger in the blood, and this girl with the fan goes, "Hey, what? I just told you. What are you doing? No, stop this, Nazim. Why did you bring this outsider in here? Look at what she's doing. This is ridiculous." What's Alexander
God.
doing?
Does she get like
Yeah.
blood like on her fingers? Like imagine
Yep.
like people with like frosting where you're just like
Yes.
or like a cake.
You 100% have
Yeah,
blood frosting
with
on your fingers.
blood.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's gonna look this teenage girl dead in the eyes, smirk, and just like and she's gonna
Tension.
She lowers her fan, looks at you, looks at Nazim. Okay. Nazim, you know, I wasn't always a suit's chosen, as you know. So I have some understanding for why we accept people from the outside, people like me. This one I am not so sure about. I have.
God.
She just. You see what she's doing, yes? This is not a normal thing people do. Nazim says, Elisandro, what are you doing?
Okay. In this moment, I feel like this like hate like moment like kind of like breaks, and Alexandria like realizes what's like happening, like kind of mentally like comes back, if that makes any sense, from like this like bloody like really want that blood frosting, like
Well, why don't you give me another wisdom save real quick?
Oh God. Okay, no.
You just put blood on your taste buds there.
No. 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 No.
You got a 3?
Wait, with +1, so 4?
You were holding yourself back so hard.
Oh God.
You already took the first step. Why not just keep going, honestly?
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh God. Like if your stomach was growling, it would be like growling at you. Like there's food right in front of you and you're just like, it's right there. You're not like lost yet to like the impulse, but it's taking a lot of yeah. So what's Alexander doing?
Has Nazim moved from the wall?
He's taken a couple steps forward.
It's like a toddler when they keep putting their hands in things and you have to like grab them back.
Literally.
Don't touch! Do you need to go in the timeout corner?
Maybe. Okay. Wait, Alexandria is like really strange. She's probably gonna like say Nazim's name, like very strained, to be like, you need to like she's probably be like, Nazim, remove me, like physically, I get like move me. But she probably will then, like, after she does that, like, kind of her restraint, like, she probably reaches forward again.
Give me a charisma check real quick. Just a flat charisma.
That is a 16. That is a lot better than a...
That is better.
See?
You see this girl standing there with the fan towards you, whips it in the air for a second, and it lights in flame, and she holds it towards you.
God.
And you
God.
see Nazim. What?
God.
Meredith, hold on.
Ooh,
She
name.
is entitled to some of the bounty of this hunt. If not for her and her friends, we might not have even made it back. If for whatever reason she wants some of this blood for herself, let her have it. We might very well be dead if not for them. So, stand down.
Bad call, buddy. Bad call.
Do I have... Could I take out, like, my... Oh, God. Could I take out my water skin, dump the little bit of water that's probably left,
Yeah,
and fill it with a
100%.
little bit of blood?
Yeah.
You're so
And
lucky Electra's not
Disquiet.
there.
I don't... Maybe it's good that none of you are here. At first I was like, ooh, they need to come keep me
You
in
see,
check, but damn.
this girl, Merritt, flicks her fan again, dismisses the flames from it, steps back and sort of glares at you as you
God.
step forward, empty your water skin onto the ground, which gets a bit of a glare from both of them, actually.
Wait, no, could she? No, but it would be weird if she put it. No, wait, can she, instead of dubbing it, could she, like, drink the water so it's not, like, wasteful? Because
Sure.
I feel like even in this moment, Alexandra would be like, oh, maybe, we're in a desert.
Sure.
No.
You finish off the
Not
water,
waste it.
you take your water skin and you dip it into the blood up to your wrist, and you pull out a bloody water skin that is now filled with blood, and your hand is a crimson
God.
red.
Alexandria is gonna lift it to her lips and just, like, chug this thing.
You chug down this hyena blood, and you see they are
God.
both somewhat appalled. The girl looks confused and like sort of like an animal briefly cornered, and Nazim just sort of looks like sick. And Nazim says, "Okay, Alexandria, I think you should leave.
Oh, God.
Merit, take care of the blood." What's Alexandria doing?
Alexandria is probably shaking and even paler as she comes down from this high and has, like, consumed, like, like where you finally, like, get something. Like, it's not satisfying, but it's, like, something. So now I feel like she feels like she's more, like, but, like, it's, like, mentally, she's like,
yeah, you, like, feel like the tension just sort of, like, melt away after you.
Yeah, but then, like, this, like, guilt, like, takes its place, almost. Oh, God. Alexandria probably starts hyperventilating as she just, like, straight lines for the door.
Cool. Is she just gonna head off on her own, or, like, try to follow Nazim, or?
Yeah. Follow Nazim.
Okay. Nazim says, "I think, you might want to go back to your quarters, with your friends. I hesitate to ask, but why the blood? Why you?
I don't know how to I'm cursed in a way.
Give me a persuasion check."
Oh, God. Persuading him that I'm... Okay. That is a 19 plus persuasion plus 3 is 22? Yeah?
Okay.
Oh, God.
You see Nazim says, "Cursed, huh? We should have maybe one of the speakers or Anna see if they can help you. But now maybe you should go back to your quarters."
I have it under control for the most part, so there's no need to bring anyone in, and I would appreciate if you kept this between us.
Give me another persuasion check.
Oh god, guys. Oh no, that's only a 15. That's still pretty high, so that's an 18. So where's persuasion? That goes good. Never the wisdom throws, goddamn.
That's where you need it.
He says,
Right?
"Okay, I won't say anything about this curse of yours, but whatever's gnawing at you, keep it under control, okay?"
God. Alexandria just nods, not meaning his eyes.
Let's go.
Get me out of here. Bye. I want to go.
Gotcha. Okay, we head over to Elektra and Piri heading back to their quarters as Alexandria is having that encounter. And you arrive back, and you see Guppy is now moved back into this area where you were sleeping. And both of you can give me a perception check.
Dropped all my cookies. 14.
Okay.
12.
Okay. Piri, it looks to you that Guppy is sleeping somewhat uncomfortably. Elektra, you recognize that it appears that Guppy is having nightmares and it is in a cold sweat.
Elektra will walk over to Guppy and like kneel down beside and just like put a hand on Guppy's forehead and just like rub her thumb back and forth and just be like, Guppy, are you okay? And then just turn to Pierre and be like, I think he's having a really bad dream.
Oh, I thought he was just uncomfortable. These beds kind of suck.
Yeah, they do, but do you think we should wake him?
I don't like to be woken up from a nap, but I guess, sure.
All right. Guppy! Hey, Guppy! And she's going to give him a little bit of a shake.
You begin shaking him a little bit. He begins murmuring in sort of like a sleep talk that doesn't make any sense. Sort of fervently. It seems like he's a little more panicked in whatever nightmare he's having.
Guppy, come back to my voice. Come to me. Wake up. She's going to shake a little more and just, you know, when you're like gently trying to wake someone up, but you really are trying to wake them up.
Yeah. Guppy jolts awake. What's it? I don't know, please. I don't know. I don't understand. Where the...
Hi, Guppy.
You good, bud?
I don't know.
Looks like you're having quite a dream.
I don't remember. It was
sometimes it's better
just
that way.
Bad.
Oh.
Piri.
Well, maybe if you get some shut-eye this time, you won't have any bad dreams, and we'll keep an eye out for you.
Maybe.
Yeah, try going back to bed or whatever.
You see he nods, and then looks down and looks back up at you, Piri, and says, Piri, I'm never going to see my parents again, am I?
Hey, no, don't talk like that. You will.
Electra's going to back up.
We're going to get out of this desert, and we're going to return home to your little fishing village, and you're going to see your parents.
Right.
And you're going to continue to fish.
How old is Guppy?
Fish. Guppy is in his 20s. He is...
We need a art of Guppy.
He's 28 years old.
Okay.
So he nods to you, Piri, says, if you say so, Piri. Right, I'm gonna get back to bed then. Good night.
Good. She's gonna walk up and just like pat his head.
You pat his
Get some
head.
sleep.
The
and
duality of women. Oh, Guppy, are you okay? Or, you are fine. Shake it off.
Take it off.
He pulls a blanket back over him and turns over facing the wall and goes back to sleep. Around this time, Alexandra, you arrive back at the room.
What does
Have
Alexandria
you-
look like now?
Have you cleaned the blood off your hand?
Does she still look like she's shaking?
Yeah, Alexandra feels very, very guilty. And would she have, no, because she doesn't have all those layers and cloaks anymore, so I don't think she's been able to, like, clean off the blood.
Gotcha.
When
But probably,
Alexandria kind of like shows up at the door and she like looks like sort of like guilty, but also like that feeling when you're like really nervous because you know you did something not good, and like Elektra's gonna look at her and just sort of like not say anything and like walk up and like lead you to your bed, and then she's gonna like take out, I don't know, she has like clothes or something, she's gonna take it off and start like cleaning off the blood and just like not saying anything, just like helping and like taking care of you.
Gotcha. As you do that, give me a perception check, Elektra.
God.
Ooh, 22.
As you're wiping the blood off of Alexandra's hand, you see just a smidge of blood on the corner of her lip.
She's gonna like see, like she's cleaning and she looks up and she sees it on the corner of your lip, and her hand like slows for just a second, and then she just picks it up and just wipes the corner of your lip.
Would Piri see
And
the blood on
she-
her
again,
hand?
she doesn't say anything.
Oh yeah, 100% period. Yeah.
Whoa, who'd you kill?
Perry!
What? It's a valid question. If it's bad, we should do something about
She
it.
looks traumatized.
Killing isn't always easy.
I'm fine.
Don't
I'm
lie.
fine. Killing is easy. It just depends on what you're killing. But I am fine. I'm fine.
Oh, was it hard to kill? Was it a puppy or something?
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
I feel like
Perry!
It was.
We don't
That's what I
kill
thought.
puppies.
Are there puppies here?
Elektra's gonna look and be like, "You didn't kill a puppy, right?"
No, I didn't, Goldilocks. Don't worry.
That's what I thought.
I just had a little tap.
Your guppy from under the blanket goes, I haven't seen
God,
any
I forgot Guppy
puppies.
was here. Alexandra just probably glares at Guppy and is just like, oh my god. I didn't kill a puppy. There was a mishap. Everything is fine, okay? I don't understand why people, like, it's fine. Everything's
Well, do you
fine.
need,
I'm
like,
fine.
help with the
Thank
body?
you. No. I know how to dispose of a body, but that's besides the point. That's not... Nobody died.
Gotcha.
That's a good start.
Nobody was murdered.
You hear from under the sheets again, Guppy, who still has not gone back to sleep. Pity, your friends are saying questionable things that make me feel a bit uncomfortable. They're talking about
It's
disposing
okay.
bodies.
She's just joking.
Okay, I'm gonna try to go to
Uh-huh.
sleep now.
Yeah, it's funny when
Night,
people joke about
Guppy.
death.
I disagree, but okay.
It's what cool people do. It's okay.
Alright, I feel like there's an insult in there somewhere.
No,
implying-
you're just a beautiful fisherman, and you wouldn't understand the humor. It's okay.
Alright, we're not getting anywhere with this. I'm really gonna try to just go to sleep. Good night.
Good night.
How old is Alexandria? Look.
Probably like 20
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think my internet cut out. How old?
21,
Oh
around
my
there.
god. Twins! Elektra
Wait,
is
how old?
actually gonna... 21.
21.
Okay.
Electra's actually gonna crawl under the sheets in Alexandria's bed.
What are you doing?
Shh. And then she's just gonna hold you really close.
Alexandra's just like really tense, and she's just like, are you gonna, is this torture? Am I being tortured?
No.
Is this a punishment?
Just go to sleep.
What is this? Why?
Old cuddling.
What? I've never heard that is
you're
it
learning
some form
it
of torture?
now.
I'm not.
It is
I'm
not torture. This is meant to bring joy and comfort.
Period. Is cuddling actually a thing?
Yeah. Where I'm from, it's also a nice thing, I guess.
Oh.
Just relax. It's nice.
Oh.
Do it for me, because I really need it right now.
If you tell me what the heck happened,
In
I
the
haven't
morning.
forgot about that.
Thanks, but anyways, I don't know if I'm ready. And you actually see, like, she's, like, has her eyes closed, and she's been, like, telling you, like, just go to sleep, and you just see, like, at the corner of her eye, just one little tear falls onto the pillow. I'll tell you in the morning.
Alexandra has, like, an oh shit moment, looks to Piri, and is like, And Mal's like, what?
She's mouth like, nothing. Hold still. Hold still.
Okay, then Alexandria, like, lays down awkwardly right next to Elektra, and is just like,
Elektra,
okay.
like, shoves her head into your neck, and was like,
oh god, it's okay.
But she smells really good.
Okay. This may not be a great time, but it's probably gonna come up. I may or may not be cursed, and so when I'm around blood, I get weird. That is all I'm going to tell you. I do not want to answer any questions. I will not tell you anything more, but just know that. That's it. That's all you need to know.
You know what? That's a lot to be processing right as I'm about to fall asleep.
Great.
I'm pretty sure I got cursed too, so let's just...
Piri, are you cursed? We're just like the curse gang. Like, look at us. Like, I mean, we're probably cursed to have to be here, so you know what? It's fine. Everything's fine. Good night. Alexandra just, like, stares at the ceiling, like, does not close her eyes.
Oh.
Electra's, like, koala'd onto Alexandria right now.
As everyone starts fading to sleep to the night, Alexandria, I don't know if you actually need sleep as a Dompier. Or maybe it's only a trance like elves.
One of the two. Either way, Elektra is aware that Alexandra will probably have moved by the morning. And left.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't see anything about sleep. Like, I know I don't need to breathe.
That is true.
Oh, then do you have to eat?
Yes. Yeah. Cool. So, as you take your rest for the night and Elektra falls asleep, Piri falls asleep, Guppy falls asleep, Alexandra's probably the last one awake before she perhaps slips off into unconsciousness or a trance-like state. Give me one last wisdom save for the day. As you feel Elektra's heartbeat up against you. Just living blood of a humanoid.
Oh, that is a 19. Plus 1.
God!
That would be a dirty 20. Oh my god!
That could have been so bad.
You stifle the urge.
You recognize that I'm a friend.
You take a deep exhale and the urge passes. You all take a long rest, you get all your health and spell slots back. And the next morning arrives. As you awake, you see Guppy is not in the room.
Good.
Yeah, and aside from murmuring of conversation in the distance, you don't really hear or see much.
So Elektra like wakes up, and you can just tell like her eye bags are dark. Her skin, which like normally is like radiant, is just like normal and like almost dull and pale. Her hair seems a lot flatter and less volume. You know, she is usually like pageant queen, and she's looking like depressed university student right now. So she sort of like looks at Piri and Alexandria and says, "Okay, guys, I need to talk to you about something."
Alexandria probably reaches down and probably feels like shit on the inside, but looks pretty like put together. So she's probably like tying up her boots and is like, "Okay, out with it. Let's go."
So Alexandria's gonna like sit on the bed and like cross her legs, and she's like kind of sitting there. She goes, "Okay, so when I went into the cave at the hyena den, I found a corpse, like I said, and on that corpse there was this bag, and she's going to take out the bag, and she's going to say, now there's some things in this bag, so let's go over that first. I don't know what you guys want to do with it, but I think obviously since I found it, we could all have some of them. Maybe as a gift we could give some to the others. I don't know. Anyways, and she's going to pull out the like gold, the silver pieces and some of the jewelry and just kind of like put it out in front.
Okay.
Alexandria's gonna pull on her little like glasses and like to take like her little nerdy brown glasses. And is gonna take a closer look at like this jewelry and like stuff like that.
Sure. You can give me just a flat intelligence check.
That's a 17.
Okay. This jewelry stuff doesn't look like super high value to you. But is the diadem in view?
No, that's in a different pocket.
So yeah, this jewelry just looks sort of like run of the mill, like just a few steps above commoners jewelry.
Lay that and then like be like, "Carrie, you wanna look at this?" Just be like, "Hey, cool,
Yeah,
shiny
sure.
objects."
Her will take it and look at it. Try and determine the value.
Yeah, well, with the silver pieces, maybe we could each take a little bit and then give some. What do you think?
I think that sounds great.
Do they need it though?
Probably not.
Yeah,
I mean, we
But
did say
but
that.
if it's their currency,
There's also, we can't split it 3 ways. Evenly.
Give it to Guppy.
We could. All right. Do you want? I could give everybody 100.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And then we'll give Guppy 100 too.
That's like a year's worth of his salary.
Well, lucky Guppy.
Congrats, Guppy. He's
Like,
making his
here's
way up in the
100
world.
Do you guys want any of this jewelry? I have some from my hometown, so I don't really need anything.
What kind of are there like earrings? Like, is there like a cool little necklace or something?
Yeah, there's some
look put together. So
yeah, there's like some copper like plate necklace. There's like one amulet that has like a religious symbol on it of a scale.
maybe not that one.
There's some like basic like polished metal like sphere earrings. Yeah.
Whatever ones look the most intimidating or the nicest, Alexandria is just going to kind of look at them and see if anybody's opposing. and is gonna some jewelry on to try to look mentally she's feeling like shit. Physically, she's trying her best to look not like shit.
Gotcha.
Piri, do you want any jewelry?
Yeah, I'll take this, and she'll just grab a random item and then pocket it.
Maybe the rest we could give as a gift for thanking them for welcoming us in if nobody's going to have them.
Give it to Guppy.
Guppy.
We can get the tag
Guppy
item.
wants jewelry.
Just gonna ice out Guppy.
Oh my god. Man, look like a pimp. With 3 girls on his side too. And then Elektra's face after they kind of like divvy up those things. She wants to keep the bag. It's a nice bag. She'll keep the bag.
That's a nice little satchel.
Yeah. Keep the little satchel. And then she's gonna sort of like turn to him and say, "All right, well, that was the nice part. When I was in there, I found something else in this satchel, and when I touched it, I had terrible visions. Now, I've had terrible visions in my past before, but nothing like this. I saw myself in the future doing horrendous things and got a message that if I didn't serve a god, then, or specifically the Pharaoh, then I could be led down that path and become this terrible person." And it was really quite traumatic. And then she's going to take out the diadem and say, "And this is the treasure, and I have to bring it to the Pharaoh. And then I also heard a voice tell me that if anybody who didn't serve this Pharaoh would also go down that awful path. And it's been on my mind a lot. There's 3 rubies missing. I saw in my vision where one of them might have come from, but that's really it. And I don't really know how to process the rest of it."
Well, to start, perhaps we could try to figure out who this Pharaoh is. I don't remember hearing anybody of that name here.
Me neither.
But I think perhaps figuring out who the Pharaoh is could be a start.
Yeah, that could be something to look into.
But I'm worried that we don't know if the Pharaoh is good or bad, what the deal is. Is it a god? Is it a man? Did you see this Pharaoh? Or?
No, I have no idea. It was just these awful visions, and everything seemed to be connected to this diadem, and I only heard their voice, but DM, it sounded like a dude, right?
The voice?
Yeah.
It was masculine leaning. Yeah, it just as masculine as an ominous disembodied voice would sound.
I'm wondering if maybe it's a god or something. It didn't really sound like a woman or a goddess or anything, so I mean, I'm not sure. And it was just so awful that as much as I think, like, I'm not trying to keep this, when I touched it, it was so awful that I don't want you guys to have to touch it and go through those visions as well. But, I mean...
What if some of the information we need to find out next requires us touching it?
I mean, I'm okay with that. I just want you to know, like, just be prepared because it was really, I mean, and she kind of like looks at herself and just pretty stressful.
I would be down to touch it. I don't know about you, Piri, but I'm curious as to try to figure out the nature.
I mean, I'd touch it again.
And to test it.
All right, and then she'll put it out on her hands and say, well, you can either take it or you can just touch it and...
Alexandria is not gonna hesitate, just wanting to know and just try to understand, and is gonna reach out and just, like, touch it like that. Just, like, on, like, the edge or something.
Okay. Okay.
What is your face?
That's like the... Oh, God.
The music just started.
Alexandria, you reach out and put your finger on the diadem, and you look up, and nothing's changed. Elektra's not moving, Piri's not moving. Everyone just seems to be sitting still.
Okay.
Did we lose? Oh.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what you see right now. That's what Alexandria sees, is Elektra's not moving, Piri's not moving, the room is the same.
They're not, like, they're, like, there? Or,
Yeah.
like, are they,
Like, are we frozen?
From
Or they,
Alexandria's perception, yes. Yeah, so for Piri and Elektra, essentially, this is like happening
Like
in...
a That's So Raven moment where she goes like...
Well, this is like everything that's happening to Alexandria right now is within a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second.
Right.
Oh.
So there's nothing perceptible going on for Piri and Elektra. So, yeah, Alexandria, you're sitting in this room still. Your finger is on the diadem.
Yeah.
Your friends are sitting before you, motionless.
Can I, like, grasp it more? Like, put more of my hand on it?
Yeah, for sure. You grasp it more, and you feel the air seems to settle in the room in a chill, and it's the walls begin to darken as the lantern illuminating the room goes out, and you swear you can hear rain starting to patter down nearby. And the walls of the cave begin to melt away until it's just inky darkness, and then rising from the darkness, there's new walls. Sort of walls of the sort of homes you're familiar with, Barovian architecture, and you find yourself standing in a room where you can hear the rain coming down outside. You turn around as you see the diadem is gone from your hand. You're holding nothing.
God.
And there's before you a bed in this empty room where there's a statue of a woman struggling, frozen in place, like a stone statue, this like white marble. And there's another statue on top of this statue biting into the neck of this woman statue. You know exactly what this scene is. And you feel that hunger come back as you begin to smell blood in the air, as from where this statue of Desir is biting into the statue of you, blood begins to spurt out onto the bed.
Oh God. No.
And there's a chill in the air as you hear a whisper carry by your ear. Why do you pretend? Do you lie to yourself? I don't understand it.
Does this voice sound familiar? Is it ominous?
No? It's certainly ominous, but not familiar.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't real. Those are just statues. This can't hurt me.
Feels pretty real to me. Say, you know, when you take a horse to water, if it's thirsty, it'll drink, right? So, I can't help but not understand when you're thirsty, you let yourself thirst. I mean, maybe there's just something I'm not seeing. What do you think, Alexandria?
I think you should stop talking, and I think I don't want to be here. I am not that, Alexandria says, growing more frustrated. She points at Desir and is like, I am not that. I am not a monster.
You're
not
a monster. No, you might not be a monster, Alexandria. But you see the curtains of the bed whip around it, then whip back, and you see there's a statue of you sinking your fangs into a statue of another woman. But you can't
Is it Elektra? No.
You can't help but see the similarities with these two pictures. All right?
I was weak in that moment. I was confused and I was hurt. I am not weak. I'm not a monster. That's not who I am.
I beg to differ. I think you were the weakest you've ever been in your life when that vampire sunk his fangs into your neck.
I was fooled. I am strong. I was raised to be strong. I am better than you. Don't know anything.
I know plenty of things, Alexandria, but there are some things I don't understand. Like why you deny this gift you have. You call it a curse.
Yeah, you think bloodlust. You think drinking the blood of innocence is a gift?
Have you tried it since the first time you drank? Have you felt the power course through your veins?
Power is a very, very tricky concept. There are many definitions to power. I don't need to drink the blood to be powerful.
Oh, I'm sure you've read many definitions of power in all your books. But have you ever felt the power that comes from draining the life of another person? Their life flowing through your veins? The power to enact your will upon the world around you? You want to fight monsters, don't you, Alexandria? You think you can fight monsters being as weak as you are?
I'm not weak. I'm not.
You don't sound entirely convinced.
And you won't even show your face, Mr. Ominous Voice. I don't even know who you are. How am I supposed to believe anything you say when you won't even show me who you are?
Child, faces are things for lesser beings.
Lesser beings, so what are you? A god? I've never known a god who was so cowardly.
Careful with your words.
So,
Elf. You stepped into this place of your own volition. Did you know?
I was curious. I wanted to see if we could figure out anything. Are you what Elektra referred to as the Pharaoh?
I'm no Pharaoh, child.
Then who are you? If I am to believe anything you say, I'm going to need some form of assurance. I don't just listen to voices in my head. I was raised better than that.
Perhaps we can come to an agreement then.
An agreement.
Grade.
You want me to become a monster.
I want
To
you
what?
to
To
stop
fight other
fighting
monsters?
yourself.
I'm not. You're wrong.
Seem pretty hungry.
Everyone has hunger.
Yeah, but not like yours. You know, you can keep up this act. You can feast on animals of no significance, but when the time comes that you needed to be strong and you find yourself lacking, and anyone you ever cared about in that cruel, miserable world of yours depends on you, and you were too weak to help them, you'll remember when someone tried to offer you a guiding direction. I don't really have anything more to say to you, child.
Will I hear from you again?
It's unlikely.
And what if I wanted to hear more? Is there a way to get a hold of you if I change my mind?
Those people you're with right now in the desert. Suits chosen. Become one of them. They have an understanding of things you have yet to even glimpse. Perhaps if you can survive things they have, the winds might blow your consciousness in my direction. Again.
Alexandria just nods. She doesn't say anything. Looks at the ground. Like anywhere besides that.
I am discord. I am despair. I understand these things, Elf. If you wish to avoid them, there's no one better to offer you advice. Think on these words. And next time you thirst, quench it. Maybe you'll understand this place a bit better then. And you feel the room begin to warm back up. And for a second you hear a lapping of water against sand. And then you're back in the cave with Elektra and Piri.
Alexandria releases
So for us,
it
it looks like Alexandria touches it and then just releases it. Like
Yep.
it just is fast enough.
Yep.
Oh, nothing happened? Anything?
No.
Nothing. Well, I mean, it's good. It's not great.
Fuzzy for a second.
Piri, did you want to try? I mean, I hope you guys don't think I'm making this up.
If it didn't work for me, I don't know if it's going to work for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Elektra
didn't do
sort of,
anything?
like, moves it closer
No.
to Piri.
Not at all. I think it might be a waste of time if you ask me. You can make your own decisions.
Okay. Perry's gonna take a second and just she thinks it's weird that it was a waste of time to just simply touch it. So she's just gonna reach out and just poke it with a finger.
Pierre reaches out and pokes it with a finger. Piri, 1 second you're standing in this room poking a diadem, the next you're standing in a long, dusty hallway. Somewhere underground, far away. The hallway carries on for some time before it fades into darkness. And at the end of the hallway, you can feel eyes watching you.
I'm gonna pull out my weapon and look around.
You look around. Yeah, you're in a narrow hallway. It goes back, but you notice backwards, there's no torches lighting the way. It's just dark. The way forward is illuminated by torchlight until it fades off into darkness again.
I don't like the way that it's leading. So it's just darkness behind me?
Yep.
Can I... Can I try and cast Produce Flame in one of my hands?
Yeah.
And then I want to toss it down the dark end of the hallway.
Sure. The way behind you?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You toss it down the hallway, and it seems to go into a larger room.
Even down a creepy hallway or into a large room. I'll go into the large room.
Cool.
But I'll cast Produce Flame again and hold it in my hand.
Cool. You cast Produce Flame and you step into a larger room. It opens up into an expanse a bit wider, and there's columns going throughout this room. And at a hallway at the far end of this room, you hear the sound of metal being dragged against stone, scraping, accompanied by thudding footsteps that sound harsh on the stone.
Don't like that. I'm still gonna slowly approach where that sound is coming from, keeping my weapon held in a hand.
Cool. You head towards that direction through this large room with the columns. As you do, give me a perception check.
16.
16. As you're walking down this hallway, you glance at a wall and you see the depiction of a figure in robes holding aloft a winged rod. At the tip of the rod is a ruby that is glowing in this mural depiction.
I don't like this thing. I'm gonna approach it though.
You
I like walk right up to it.
turn and approach the mural, and you don't really make out more images than you can see. You can pretty much see the entirety of the mural, but you do hear that sound of metal grating against stone is getting closer from behind you.
Okay. Can I just... I don't know if this would work. Can I just use the produce flame to try and ignite the mural?
Well, it's like painted on a stone wall. It's not a...
Okay, painted on a stone wall, never mind.
Yep.
Darn. Then yeah, I'm gonna turn around to where the sound, like the scraping metal is coming from.
Mhm.
And I am going to wait until it's like roughly 30 feet away from me and toss the flame at that sound.
Okay. You wait about another minute, and you hear that whatever is making this noise is about to step through this hallway that you're in. Or that is at the opposite of this room, into this room you're in currently.
Okay, yeah. Breath is getting shaky, but she's gonna just toss it.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
At 18.
Okay. You wait for this sound to come around the corner. And does this spell do any damage?
It does.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that damage.
5.
5. You sling this fire at this thing as a sound comes through. Right as this thing walks through, you see stepping through this doorway is a hulking, towering skeleton with a giant axe and a bull's head. It looks right at you as the flame licks its face. Its eyes sockets gaze right into you. And it slams the axe on the ground and begins barreling right towards you.
Oh no.
Okay. It runs up right in front of you, hefts its axe, and sweeps. It cleaves right to where your midsection would be. It cleaves right through you, like mist. And nothing happens. It looks at you confused. And it swings again and again, but doesn't seem to be making contact with you. And you feel as if there's like a vacuum-like force behind you, pulling you back towards that hallway you were first in, as your feet begin to slide on the floor towards that direction.
All right. Yeah, Perry would have flinched heavily and like held up her weapon just to block anything, but when it went through her, she'd blink, confused, and then progressively flinch less and less as the axe kept going through her, but then just be confused as she's about to be sucked by whatever is pulling her.
Yeah.
And she's just the back of her hammer is kind of like a point. Could she try to just like hammer that point into like the floor or something?
Sure.
To prevent...
Give me a athletics check.
16.
Okay. Slam it into the floor, wedge it in there. You feel this force get stronger. You're able to resist this pulling. and then it stops. You're standing in this room. This hulking skeleton is just sort of standing, towering over you, glaring down at you. And then the floor beneath you swings open, and you drop through the floor. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
12.
Well, okay. It's not a pretty landing. It doesn't hurt as much as you brace yourself for the fall. You kind of just fall flat to the ground. And you look up, and you're in a burial chamber, it looks like. And you can see there's a sarcophagus up against the wall that is really ornate and decorated. It creaks open as you lay on the floor before you, and you see a figure that looks long desiccated, dead. You see a dead thing wrapped in linen step out, uncrossing the arms from its chest, and in its hand it holds a rod that's winged at the end with a ruby, a small ruby that glows at the tip of this rod, and it levels it, pointing at you.
Peri's gonna cough after she's standing up from falling, and then just look at the rod and be like, "Yo, I need that."
How did you get into this place?
I fell.
No one falls into it. Are you one of those, No. You're not really here, are you?
I'm pretty sure I'm here.
Looks to the side, picks up a scroll and throws it at you.
Can I try to dodge it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
19.
You dodge it.
Don't you attack me with your spells.
He just threw a scroll at you.
Yeah, I know. Scrolls have spells on them.
That's true. The figure looks at you. What do you, say you need?
I need that ruby.
This ruby.
Yeah. The only ruby.
Okay. I think we could come to an agreement, perhaps. You see, it is very rude to disturb someone's rest. But outside, those miners and laborers, they dig and dig and dig into our tombs, disturbing our peace. If you come here and drive them out, I will give you this ruby.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Okay. We are...
I just gotta get rid of miners.
The miners, the laborers, they are under the orders of that historian Karafek. They carved him. Come here, get rid of them, and you can have this ruby.
Sick. It's a deal.
Do not renege on this deal, or you will find life to become much more difficult for you.
I'm a mercenary. I get the job done.
Good. The figure, this mummy, I'll call it what it is, what it looks like anyway, steps forward, extends a hand towards you, and a dim light, like a mote, appears in its hand, and the mote floats towards you, real slow, until it's right before your face. He goes, "This chance. Are you sure you want to agree to this? Failure is not an option."
Yeah, I don't fail.
For your sake, I hope you're right. The mote of light goes into your forehead, and you see from a bird's eye view, first the valley area where you sort of have been. Then you see farther to the east and a bit south, you see an oasis. And then you see, alongside some other canyons, a large, dig site with lots of tents and miners and workers and laborers in this area. And you get a general sense of, from a bird's eye view, how to get to this location. The vision fades, and you're standing back in this antechamber. The mummy looks at you. Is good. A willingness to agree to these terms. I'll wait your arrival, red-haired one. I'll be seeing you soon. It steps back, crosses its arms again. The sarcophagus closes. All the torches in the room go out. And you're back in the room with Elektra and Alexandria.
Alright. Here's gonna pull her finger back. Okay, well, I did say a little something.
Oh, it worked.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah.
Electra's gonna look at Alexandria. So bizarre that it didn't work for you, but
Wow,
what did you see, Perry?
Who knows?
Well, I mean, there was this really spooky skeleton dude, to be honest. But besides that, I found that ruby you were talking about.
You saw Ruby?
Yeah, it was attached to a guy in linens.
Well, every guy here is in linens.
The wrap kind when you're dead.
Oh, I see.
Did they say a name? Do we know who they were? Why were they talking to you? What's the deal with the ruby?
They were mostly bugs that I showed up in their burial area.
Okay.
Valid.
But they offered the ruby to me if I got rid of some miners, and I said yeah. Just get rid of it because apparently there's some miners in that place.
So first off, let me make sure I'm hearing this straight. Are we going to get the rubies and bring it back to this person?
I don't know. You said you wanted the rubies.
You made this deal, not us. This is on you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna Perry.
That's what I said. I did.
You just made a blind.
No, it was not blind.
Are you sure? Because you were just like, oh, this mummy, made a deal. Like, that seems pretty fast.
It took a bit of considering. Nah.
Okay, but we don't even know who this Pharaoh is. We don't know the rubies, like...
Alright, here's the
I don't know
scenario.
half the people I make deals with.
Let's do a little bit of digging here. I know they're going out to avenge those two individuals who died, so they're probably going to think a lot about that, and a few little questions from outsiders about gods and stuff will probably just roll off their back. They probably won't spend too much time because they're worried about what everybody else is doing. So now's probably a good time for us to just ask a few questions casually. And then, Perry, I'm going to stick by you, if that's all right. Like, if you made the deal to go get the ruby, I will help you get the ruby, and when we have more information, we can decide if we're getting the ruby to give back to this guy or something else.
Well, I'm thinking either, thank you, firstly, but secondly, if these rubies are powerful and we get our hands on one, which is just requires us getting rid of some miners or whatever, now we have one of these powerful rubies. And that is the...
Which could make us a possible target, too. Like...
Okay, but, I'm a good fighter. You're a good fighter. You're a good cleric person, I think.
You got good magic. You got powerful magic to heal and destroy. I saw you.
Exactly.
I saw you.
Yes. All right. Thanks.
You heal people.
Yes.
Powerful.
So game plan.
Sure.
We're not going to make any decisions now. We're just going to see what we can figure out about the Pharaoh and the ruby.
Yep.
I think I'm
just
working on.
Let's start by bringing them some jewelry.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a good idea. Do we know where we could find them, or who do we want to ask? Because I know I have a couple questions too, just about like general, like not related things at all. Yeah.
Very smooth. Well, I reckon I could go talk to Moha and make some anti-venom with him.
I could go talk to Nazim. I gotta do a little follow-up with him, make sure some things are set straight, so I could just do that.
Yeah. Perry, do you want to go with one of us, or do you want to go find Guppy? Oh, Perry, you could deliver the jewelry if you wanted.
I'll do that, yeah.
Right.
I'll go look for him.
We got our 3 ways to go.
Okay. Perry, who do you think you want to take jewelry to? And is anyone taking that stuff you wanted to give to Guppy?
I am. I'm taking...
Okay.
I'm taking the stuff to Guppy. The rest of the jewelry and the 100 silver.
Gotcha. Okay. Why doesn't everyone roll initiative just to determine who goes first in doing this?
6.
Initiative.
That is a 14.
That is a 13. Those are some gnarly visions, y'all. Not that Elektra knows, but Ashley knows.
Perry, you got an initiative?
6.
Okay, guess we'll start with Alexandria. Okay, you are going to find Nazim.
Yeah, my bestie.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to go look for him at? Do you think?
Could I go back to like that, like where we started before we went out, like that little like general area where there was like weapons and like the arrows?
Sure.
Blades kind of came
The
together,
hunters
like
area.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. You make your way to the hunters area. As you're walking, give me a perception check.
Ooh. 16 plus 3. That is 19. Feeling good.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
You notice as you're walking that there seems to be two of they don't seem to be arrows, but blades perhaps seem to be walking that direction too. Behind you though.
Oh, okay. Alexandria is just gonna keep walking. I suppose, like, kind of keeping an eye on clocking them and where they are.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, you get to the sort of arrows sanctum area, and you find Zim in there, sort of loosing arrows at a target. He seems flustered, a bit upset with something.
Oh God, how does Alexandria's not good at peopling? Okay. Can Alexandria? He's shooting at a target.
Mm-hmm.
Can Alexandria kind of sneakily enter draw her bow and attempt to like shoot. You know, like in like Tangled when she like splits the arrow.
Yeah.
I want to try to do that.
You want to try and split an arrow?
Do you mean in Brave?
Yeah, we're married. That's yeah, that.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't remember her using a bow.
Yeah, Merida. I want to pull a Merida and.
Okay,
wait,
give me.
When I did archery, we actually called that like Robin Hooding.
Oh yeah,
because
okay. I want to do
splitting an
Merida
arrow.
Robin Hooding. I'm gonna Robin Hood this.
Give me an attack roll on this target here.
You got this. Do not let me
What
down.
a confident way to enter.
Okay. Wait. What did you say? That's a 19.
It's 19. You slink into the room, draw your bow, loose your arrow, and you certainly like are pretty much in the bullseye. You don't split an arrow in half though.
Okay, that's okay, but like good shot, like impressive.
It's a good shot.
That's all I want. Okay, great.
It's a good shot.
Great.
You see Nazim lowers his bow. Oh. Ew.
Oh.
Oh God.
What can I do for you, Alessandra?
I had a few questions, but I can see that this may not be a great time. You seem bothered.
Yes, they will not let me go to hunt the ogre. So I am here.
Who said you're not allowed? Was it the...
A demo.
I would say just to sneak out and Errigal shot this ogre. Kind of seems, but things here and orders were different. So I don't think that's right.
You know, that's probably what they thought when they tried to get the drop on the ogre, and two of us died. So maybe
How many
not
are coming out now?
4.
And how big is this ogre?
Large, I imagine.
And they didn't want your help?
No.
Is there a reason for that I'm missing? Or
So sending blades, maybe one of maybe a glory.
glory is one of the fastest ways to an early grave, I have come to find.
You misunderstand. In terms of strength, us arrows are close to the bottom. Then there are the blades. And the only thing below Atamu himself are the glories of suit. In martial prowess, that is, the shapers and speakers are separate.
Such a strange foreign world. So there's what's, is it orders that you're not allowed to go, or what's stopping you from going? I suppose.
As much as I would like to go and avenge our fallen, personal motivation is not what we abide by. We abide by what is best for the tribe. For suits chosen. And what is best for Suits Chosen is to let those who can handle this.
But what if they can't handle it? Is my question. But I suppose.
If you are worried about them not being able to handle it, maybe you should go yourself.
Is that a challenge? Is that because I...
It's not challenge. I've seen your strength. I know you're strong. Maybe if you were there, things have a better chance of going well.
Do you want me to go? Because I'm sure that my friends would be willing to help as well.
I think...
Oh my god, I just realized Alexandria just called you guys her friend. Her friends. Oh god. Okay.
This is monumental.
Alexandria.
I think they will not protest your help on this. Any opportunity to mitigate some risk for casualty away from Suits Chosen is one we would probably take.
Speaking of Suits Chosen, I may or may not had a sort of vision or heard a voice in my head telling me to seek to become one of Suits Chosen, to ingrain myself, and this voice said that I am discord, I am despair, and
you say you say I am discord, I am despair. He takes a step back.
Oh god! Oh god!
Like puts one hand across his chest and looks down, looks up. You spoke to. You were asked to become one of his. By him?
Yeah, he would not. I said he was a. Yes. After there was a lot of talking before that point, but eventually that is what this voice.
You have been witnessed by Soot. Soot has spoken to you.
Soot was not very nice, but okay.
You expect nice from one who sows despair and discord?
Yeah, no, but he just said some things that I did not understand and did not vibe well with.
What did you not understand?
He told me that the next time I get thirsty to quench that thirst with the blood of man, that it would bring me power. And that is something I have sworn never to do. You can see the predicament and tension that first started in this conversation.
You see, he thinks for a moment, then it looks like he just remembered something. I think I have an idea for this. If it has not been done already, there is something we might be able to do.
What? What?
If you wish to heed his words.
You're saying I should follow him and become a monster.
Who am I to question Soot?
That's intense. You're just blindly you don't even know the specifics of what ails me, and this suit said, hey, next time you're thirsty, drink a man's blood.
If Soot thinks that this would benefit Soot's chosen, make his chosen stronger.
But I'm not even one of Soot's chosen. He just told me that I should become one.
Then it is yet to come. And when you are, we will be stronger.
Okay. Who's the Pharaoh?
Oh. You.
Yeah. Oh,
The Pharaoh.
I'm asking for a friend.
Pharaoh Antipat. I am surprised you have heard of him. Yes, he's far away in the city of the dead. He overlooks all of Harakia from Pharaoh's Rest.
Is he a just ruler? Is he a tyrant? How would you describe?
Pharaoh is order. The Pharaoh is eternal and everlasting. The Pharaoh is the breach between us and the gods.
Okay. Thank you for your help. I'm going to go get going to find my companions to see if we can help with the ogre. I will speak to you soon. Oh,
Wait,
okay.
before you go,
Oh God.
go ask after Ipuku. No, not Ipuku. Ipuki. Ask after the old man Ipuki. He is a shaper. Tell him if it has not been done, and Nahira or Atemu wills it, that the Tomb Raider can be dealt with now, and to let you deal with it yourself. And tell them Suit wills it.
Like now, like I should go do that now, or after the ogre. Or
If you do not do this now, that opportunity I talked about, without turning your hunger on one of us, will not be an option until you find an avenue somewhere else away from this place. What Suit says, but still we cannot allow you to harm any of us.
I wasn't planning. Okay, I will go do that. I will speak to you later. Keep angstily shooting that thing with your emotions, and I will bye. Bye.
Okay.
Always a pleasure. See ya.
He gives a little nod as you leave. Elektra, you were going to find Lohar, right?
Yeah, my buddy.
Yeah, you head to the priest's quarters, and you step inside. You know, it's one of like the nicer rooms of this cave. Like some of the only people that you think have actual beds. They've got like wardrobes, desks with like writing utensils, bookshelves. You see on like a little mat in the side of the room, Edfu is resting, recovering from his wounds. He's asleep right now. And you see Mohar is at a desk writing some things.
She'll do like a little gentle knock on the side of the door. Quiet enough that maybe Mohar will hear it, but it won't wake Edfu.
Right. He looks up, turns around. Oh, my assistant from yesterday.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I am well on this day. How are you?
She is going to like step in a little bit and like kind of come closer to Edfu and like look at Edfu and say, I'm all right. How's he doing?
We did what we could with our divine given magic from Sut. He will fully recover. He just is resting now.
Oh my. What does he look like affected him? Like what kind of injured him? Does it look like a weapon or like what poison?
It looks like
is there
one
anything?
side of him is like bandaged a lot. You can give me a medicine check if you want to hazard a guess.
Yeah, I would love to. Ooh, dirty 20.
It looks like something really big hit him really hard on the side. Like a large
like a bludgeoning
club.
kind of weapon. Yeah.
Yeah. Like not just like a warhammer, but it looks like full on like a club the width of like a full-sized human torso.
Right, so it really came in there. Okay. Is there anything I can do with my healing abilities to help?
I don't think so. He's just resting now.
I understand.
Well, I don't know if he will be held responsible for the deaths of the other two, but I'm sure he already blames himself.
Oh my. It's hard to be a leader. And watch
It
your
is the
people
responsibility of those who lead to experience this.
I think one day my dad wants me to be there too, but looking at Etfu, I'm rethinking that a little bit. She's like trying to make a little bit of light jokes with the really sad scenario.
Right. So is there something you needed?
Oh, yeah. Well, I know you know quite a bit about religion here, and I just had some general questions. I'm from quite a ways away, and I'd love to maybe exchange some information. I have, and she's going to pull out some maps that she has. I have maps of Arcadia where I'm from. Now I understand if you believe in your gods and you don't sort of practice anything else, but I'd love to exchange information.
Come, let me see these maps.
So she'll come over and she'll sort of like roll them out on his desk. And they're not the best quality maps, but they are nice and they kind of depict all of Arcadia. And she's like, the Kelere, that's my home. That's where I came from. It's another plane of existence.
He looks at it. How many? Is it as big as it looks on the map?
Oh, it's really, really big. It's absolutely ginormous. I just live in that one little city, but this thing, it's miraculous. And we have another layer. This is just Buxnos.
I cannot imagine such a place. It is... I cannot imagine such a place.
I think if I was from here too, I'd have the same difficulties. And here, and she's gonna like point to her falchion. Be like, this is my the holy symbol that I use, and you see the hawk that represents Honor, who actually is my father, sort of, a little bit. But I only really use this for ceremonial purposes. Don't use it to fight.
I see. You come here. Sorry. I appreciate you letting me see these things. So what is it I can do for you? You have been helpful to me.
This is going to sound so bizarre. I had some visions, and I was just wondering maybe if they're connected to some sort of person or religion, and I just wanted to see if maybe you had a bit of insight. First is a falcon.
Falcon. Well, Falcon, not does not mean much, but bird of prey, the eagle is the symbol of Oru.
Got it. And what? Another thing. What does so? I saw almost a cat statue in one of my visions, and I'm not really sure if there any buddy who is represented by cats.
Oh, that would be Esse. Yes, Esse, who presides over life and the living.
Oh. So, do most of your gods have different symbols?
Yes, yeah, yes, they do.
And what would suits be?
Suit is represented by a scorpion.
Oh my! The thing they warned us about. Sorry, I'm just writing notes as I do this. Suit. Okay. And one last question. Do you know the gem, like rubies?
Do I know the gem rubies?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I am familiar with what a ruby is.
Okay, yeah, that's... Sorry, it's so weird to see what people here know and what they don't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend or anything. So I saw sort of a recurring thing about rubies. And I'm not sure... Like, for example, one of them was in a cat's paw, so I'm not sure if maybe there's a ruby connected to Esse.
No, there is no ruby connected to Esse. It is not uncommon practice for wealthy priests in Mukhar or in the Grand Temple to have decorative gemstones inlaid upon the statues.
A grand temple, you say?
Yes.
Could you... Who is there? What god or goddess is that one for?
It's for all the gods.
And is it... I mean, obviously I would love to go there. You can tell I'm quite interested.
Well,
is that even possible?
It is possible to go. It's just far away. So actually, the Grand Temple is the Temple of Esse. It towers over all of Mukhar. It is Temple of Esse in name, but also a place of worship for all of our gods. As I said, it is in the city of Mukhar, which is across the desert. It is far to the northeast.
Do the suits chosen ever venture out there? Is there ever a time I could go just to check it out?
We don't really go much. Trade is not common, but Anha has gone more than most of us. She seems to know the elf in the city.
Oh. Okay. That's good to know. I guess that's all my questions. Do you have any for me? I could leave these maps for you for a bit if you wanted to look at them some more.
I would like that to make copies for myself. These visions, do you know who sent them to you?
There was mention of
a message or
my visions don't tend to come with messages. Sometimes they're just visions and I just, it's usually just a bad dream. There was a mention of a pharaoh. Is that there was a
the pharaoh? Yes, there is a pharaoh.
There is. Is this pharaoh associated with good or bad or evil or neutral?
Pharaoh is good. He is the bridge between us and the gods. He is rarely ever seen, though. He stays in the city of the dead, atop Pharaoh's Rest. I am led to believe only once per year does he really have any sort of gathering or meeting with anyone in the city of the dead.
Sorry, you said he was atop Pharaoh's nest?
Rest.
Rest. Wow, interesting. Well, that sounds quite...
I have heard Pharaoh's Rest is a grand pyramid of solid gold, as befitting one who is our connection to the gods.
I would definitely hope that someone who connects people to gods would get such a lovely home.
I can only agree with you.
Well, I do appreciate everything, and I'll leave these here. She sort of taps the maps, but she does put her falchion back on her hip. Feel free to send for me if you need anything with Etfu or with the antivenom. I'm happy to help. Just looking for something to do, but I think today I might just take a moment. The hyena hunt actually was pretty intense for me last night.
I've heard. Yes, I'm sorry that did not go as smoothly as you might have hoped. Something like that is a rare occurrence and a bit unfortunate, if I may add.
Thank you. She's gonna sort of get up and get to the door, and right as she gets to the door frame, she's just gonna look back and say, Moha, I'm very interested in your customs here, and I understand I'm not welcome to listen or learn yet. I understand that completely. Do you know if there will be ever a time or a way that I could learn more about your facilities?
Yes, I suppose so. If you are deemed worthy, speak to Nahira, and she will invite you to participate in the ritual of rebirth, and you will become a chosen of Sut.
Wow. Thank you. Have a good day, Moha.
Thank you.
And she'll head back to her quarters and just kind of relax and take it easy.
Gotcha.
DM, I don't know if this would count if she kind of takes this day to just stay inside.
Well, day's not over yet, so we'll see.
I know, but
happens.
I'm just saying, if that, I don't know.
Yeah, if she doesn't do anything today. Talking to people. No, that's not a strenuous.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Perry, you wander off and you go find Guppy, and you actually find Guppy in that open area up by the trees. He's sort of standing, looking up at this gnarled tree, and there's a little kid sitting cross-legged on the ground, a little couple feet away from him, picking up pebbles and throwing them at Guppy's back.
How's Guppy seem to be reacting to this?
He's just standing there motionless, looking up at this gnarled tree.
I'm gonna walk up and just like pat his shoulder. You good, buddy?
Pity. What? I, yes, everything's fine, Pity. How are you doing today? Do you sleep all right?
As well as you can in this cave area.
I agree.
You good with the child doing that?
Child doing what?
Didn't you?
In? Oh, I didn't even notice.
Hey, too tough for stones. And she's gonna like punch his shoulder gently.
Ouch. Yeah, okay. Yes, I suppose I'm too tough for stones.
Alright, we'll work on my fist later. Not like that. Not talking about punching you.
Right. Well, what can I do for you, Beauty? I'm getting some looks around here, as it appears I have not been very useful, as of late. I have yet to make a breakthrough with these children. Still trying to work on that one.
Well, this one seems to like using you as stone practice, so that's a plus.
Right. Yeah.
Lap.
There
you go.
Pity, where did you get all of this then?
A mercenary never reveals her secrets. I found it in the desert.
You found jewelry and silver in the desert?
Well, I got it from Elektra, but she found it in the desert, so.
Right. Okay. And who do you think I should give this to?
One of the higher ups be like, hey, look at me. I got treasure. I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh,
I don't know, be nice or whatever. You're good at that.
yeah. That I will take into consideration. And
Or give it to the children. They like things like that, right?
well, that's a good point. Maybe.
Bribe the
he,
children.
like,
I think that's
picks
pretty good.
out like a little necklace and holds it up to the kid. Do you like this? The kid just sort of looks up at him. Doesn't say anything. Do you want it? The kid just holds out a hand. Okay. Guppy puts the necklace in the kid's hand. He looks at it, clenches his fist, and just runs off. I guess I liked it. Okay, I'll just go around giving kids some of this jewelry then.
Yeah, go do that.
Alright, sounds like a plan. What are you up to then?
So far I was giving you stuff. Couple compatriots are looking around gathering information, and we might go to a place.
Okay, so we're leaving then?
Possibly. But, you know, I just want to also make sure that you're well equipped in case.
With jewelry for children?
Well, you might want to hand that out, but you can also save some for you. Get some, I don't know, anything.
I don't think they
kind of
use
right now.
money here in this cave.
Hey, you never know.
With you, I don't think I've seen a single coin until now.
Well, then you can hold on to that.
That I will do. Okay. Great. So those individual things are wrapped up. Alexandra, as you're walking down the tunnel, you see in front of you one of the blades steps out and then stands in the middle of the tunnel and just sort of looks at you. And you hear a shuffling of footsteps behind you, and another blade has stepped out behind you in the hall. They have not said anything. They're both looking at you.
Sandra does a signature smirky smirk smile, looks at the one in front of her and just goes, "Do you need something? Can I help you?" Turns to look at the friend behind.
Depends.
Oh God.
He reaches to his side and he pulls out a water skin and he tosses it to the floor and blood spills out from the water skin. You tell me, anything we can do for you?
What is that even supposed to mean? What is this?
You know, outsiders are a strange lot, the ones that make it here. Outsiders that are not even from this desert, I imagine, are even stranger, but I have never heard of someone who drinks blood. Merit said you went for the blood from the hunt. I don't know about you, but the rest of us, we drink water. So what exactly are you?
Oh God. There's just two of them here, right? Like, is this a busy hallway? Like, nobody's over here in this.
Doesn't look like anyone else is around, but it's a small place, you know?
Okay.
So someone might come by at any point.
Step forward to the one in front of her and just kind of smile at him and say, whatever you do you mean? Are we gonna have a problem? Is this you trying to intimidate me? Are you genuinely just asking? I'm a little confused on your execution here.
Why don't you enlighten us? Give us a good reason to let you walk on past.
Walk on past?
One less person to give water to in the desert is not such a bad thing.
I have skills that are of use and value and have already shown my worth and what I can give to this place.
You refer to the hunt,
Partially.
You see, as it looks like this blade's hand rests on the hilt of his, believe it or not, blade. It looks like he's beginning to pull it from his from its holst. And you see Atemu rounds the corner. You two, what are you doing? And you see as Atemu speaks, the hand leaves the grip of the blade. Oh, Atemu! Just getting to know the
we were just having a lovely conversation. I was telling them about the hunt from yesterday and all the hyenas we saw.
Yes, that's it. We just wanted to know how it ended up going. That's all. Atemu. Atemu looks at you, looks at those two. Asking about the hunt? Sure you are. Get out of my sight.
Is that at me too? Like, all of us get out? Or is that pointed? Okay.
They walk past him, and he steps up in front of you. I apologize. It is not often we have guests. Tensions can get high. Not a lot of
I
space.
understand. You don't need to apologize. I understand.
Okay. Well, we are getting the blades ready to go on the hunt. Good day. He turns to walk away.
Yes, excuse me.
Yes.
I was wondering if you required any aid on that. Me and my companions could be of value. We are very skilled. You would like some help. I do
You
have
want
experience
to
in
help fight
strange things.
ogre?
Yeah, sounds. Why not? What else am I gonna do today? You want us to pull our weight and show our place, and this is how I like to do it, and I'm sure my friends would like to help as well.
He chuckles a little bit. Okay. I will not turn down your help. It is just not often someone would so willingly walk towards death.
I've been trained since I was a small girl to walk that long. It's hardly.
Little do you know, Alexandria.
Tell you what, tell Nahira you are going to hunt the ogre. Tell her that if you come back with the head of ogre, and the blades say you did good, this will vouch for your strength. Tell Nahira I will vouch for your strength, and maybe we see if Soot accepts you as one of his chosen.
Oh, I've already spoken to Soot, and he does want me to be one, so I would love to prove myself.
What?
So I can figure out what the heck is going on.
Excuse you say
Oh god. I forgot this was like a big okay,
Yeah, she just dropped that bomb. She's like, yeah, I didn't even no big deal.
you should go
I had
talk
an
to
encounter.
Nahira. That is her area. She's the one with the connection, not me. Maybe Anha.
Nazim also told me I need to talk to Coupe.
Ipuku?
Yes. I
You
spelled that way
butchered
wrong.
that.
Wait, say it one more time so I can make sure I have it right.
Ipuku.
Okay.
Yes, we.
From Tomb Raider?
Oh, I see.
This conversation can happen. I was just confused if I was supposed to go talk to him now, if I'm gonna spark. I'm supposed
Tell
to
you
go talk
what,
to Nira.
you
Like,
wait. Over there. I send Ipuku to you. You have your conversation, and you should probably speak to Nahira later.
and you'll wait. When are you leaving for the ogre? Because I wanna.
Soon.
Okay, so at the same place from before? That one room?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So Temu heads off. Elektra and Piri, you both kind of wind up back at the same place in one of the central gathering areas. Temu walks by. He goes, "Oh, your friend Alessandra says you will be coming to help with the ogre. We appreciate your offer for help.
Oh, that's okay.
Best of luck to you on the hunt. I'm going to get Ipuku. Apparently, she spoke to Soot. I do not know.
Ask.
She,
Oh God.
Oh.
So
God.
To suit.
Oh no!
I do not know, is what she says.
I look at Peary and like raise my eyebrows, like,
Yeah. He's doing the same.
Interesting.
She's just back there. I'm going to grab one of our shapers. Apparently, they need to talk about it. I'm going to grab Ipuku. I will. Good day.
Oh, yep. All right. Well, Peary, I reckon we should go find Alexandria.
And that might be good. I think a couple details were left out.
I think so too. We're gonna go find her.
Cool. Yeah, you find Alexandria standing in one of these tunnels, waiting around.
Alexandria!
Hi guys.
It's a pleasure.
What's up?
What, Goldilocks? What's up with this? You need to go take a nap, or you need more sleep? Peary can cuddle with you if you need
You know,
to get some rest.
I heard something very interesting. Very interesting,
What?
in fact. Well, first off, apparently we're all going to fight an ogre.
I figured that it would be another good test of strength, and I figured that he would ask, not just be like, "Oh, you're going? So that's on me. So if you do not want to go, I can take care of that."
That's okay. But there's something that really was quite interesting. Why don't you tell me about your conversation with Suit?
With who?
Don't lie.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not.
Electra's
It's
gonna, like,
not that important. Oh God.
Lean in and like
I-
her, like, she's like a happy person. She just kind of looks at you and she goes, "I have never once lied to you. Please don't lie to me."
Oh God.
As you say that, you hear footsteps around the corner, and Atemu says, "Ah, you're still here. Good. This is Ipuku. Ipuku is this crankety-looking old man
my
who
God.
sort of hobbles along with a cane. He's got like graying hair. He's wrinkled. He's wearing like robes that are like considerably too big for him. Like they go down to the floor, and he like almost steps on them when he's walking. And he goes, "Oh, who am I here to talk to? What is you call me for? Yes."
Alexandria raises her hand and kind of like brushes Elektra off, not in like in a mean way.
No, but
just,
like a
means
not
out,
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, like
what
I
is
will
it?
talk to you, but later, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You call me elf? What is it you want?
I may or may not have heard Suit's voice. He told me he wanted me to become a chosen. He also advised me not to quench my thirst, and that Zim told me to talk to you and say that the Tomb Raider can be dealt with now, and I can deal with it myself as Suit wills it.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but
okay. Well, I was going to take care of that myself not too long from now. But if Nazim says, I have no reason to doubt his words, and if he says, and you say you have spoken to Suit, alright, follow me, please.
we were gonna go help with an. Oh, will this be quick? Because
It will only be as quick as you make it.
okay.
Okay, let's go then. Atemu says, when you are done here, come find us. We are still getting ready.
Xandra's gonna try to make eye contact with Elektra and just be like, "I will explain," or like mouth like, "I will."
Her eyes
kind
are
of
like,
fine. Like I God.
You begin to I don't know if Elektra and Piri are following. Puku does not seem
Well, you
to
know what?
care.
Is Apuku really old?
He's pretty old, yeah. He looks like
you know what? Elektra is gonna like offer her arm for him to hold and like walk beside him and help him.
Give
and
me
like also give Alexandria
persuasion check.
Okay. 16.
Okay. He looks at your arm and goes, So, you think I'm a weak old man, is that it? Okay, I see you, cheeky outsiders. You come in the cave, you look at suits chosen, you see all your strong hunters and blades, you see how strong they are. You see an old man and you think he's weak.
She's like
And
laughing
as he's
at
saying this, he's like letting you like help him walk
take
along.
his arm. Yeah, no, she's like laughing and like, oh my, I could never think that of you. Look at you, you're so strong. And she's like doing the whole like muscle thing and like just like totally letting him eat it up.
Okay, stop, don't touch me. That's too much. You're too much. Stop that. That is you're too much. Okay. And you walk for like a minute and he stops walking Alexandria at this tunnel before a door that was next to the room you smelled blood by before.
Oh, okay.
And he turns and grabs a key from his belt, puts it in the door, clicks a lock, swings the door open. All right, let's get these taken care of then.
What is this? What is the Tomb Raider? I'm so confused. Oh.
He's not listening. He's just walking inside.
Okay.
You following him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You follow him in, and you step into a room that's solely illuminated by candles all over the place. The first thing that catches your eye is a giant statue of a scorpion. There's just a big scorpion statue with red painted claws and a stinger. And on either side of the scorpion statue, there's two raised altars with a few steps leading up to them. And you see one of these altars is empty. On the other one, you see there is a man wearing nothing but a loincloth strapped to the altar who, as soon as he sees people walk in, begins struggling and shaking against his bindings. His mouth is like gagged, so he can't speak, and he's restrained against this altar. Ipuku says, all right, well, I suppose it's, you get to do this.
This is the Tomb Raider? What am I supposed to... I'm so confused.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I would not want you to use your own... One moment. And he goes up to the foot of the scorpion altar, opens like a little decorative wooden box, and pulls out a ritualistic-looking dagger, hobbles over and hands it to you. Here you go.
What am I supposed to do? Is this the Tomb Raider? What is happening? I'm so confused.
He's the Tomb Raider. He was found in our burial grounds, scavenging through all the remains of our people. So, we will be taking his water for his crimes against us.
And I'm supposed to... Suit told me to quench my thirst, and that would mean I would intake the blood. It would not be given back and turned into water, so I'm confused.
You telling me you think you could drink this entire person?
Are we there?
Did you step inside the room?
Well, we went with them, but like...
Then yeah, you're there.
Okay. I'll go in the room and be like, jeez. What is going on here? Why do we have someone tied up to an altar?
He wants me to stab and drain him of blood, and Suit told me to consume his blood, so I'm just really confused as well.
Hold on, wait.
What the fuck?
Hold on, like yesterday.
Hey, Barry. Hi.
Yesterday you had a little something on your
What's up?
face, but like, Alexandria. And she's gonna like whisper it, but like she's kind of like, do you drink blood?
I said yes. What would you say?
I'd say, just let me know if you can drink mine, okay? Just give me a heads up, because I don't want to go that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh
God.
Do we really have to have this man tied up right now? This seems like a little violent. And she's turning to Ipuku.
I'm supposed. Am I supposed to drink his?
Okay, whatever Suit told you, I'm sure only you understand what he meant. I do not know.
He wants me to consume this man's blood so that I may be strengthened and...
Okay, so if you are going to do what Suit asks, do what Suit asks.
You know, I'm gonna leave.
This is a mess.
Good luck to you, Alexandria, but I can't be here. This is a little... What I don't know won't hurt me. And she's gonna... She's gone.
Is Piri still in the room?
Yeah, Piri would like be staring for a couple seconds, like lift her hands up, be like, you know what? This isn't any of my business, and then walk out.
Oh God! Oh no! Okay.
There is no wrong decision.
That's what makes it so. Oh my God! Okay, Alexandria looks at this old man and just goes,
What you know, I heard about you from some of the hunters. They say you talk...
was talking about me. People, this was all supposed to be, you know, like nobody was supposed to say anything, and now I'm gonna have to go beat up Nazim and be like, bro, why did you start talking smack?
I would not advise trying to beat up Nazim. That would not go over well with Atemo. But what I can tell you is that it would be certainly a miracle if people were not talking about the pale elf and her outsider friends in our cave.
Okay, but it's more were people talking about the fact that they like blood, like that whole thing. Not
This
so much
is
the
the first
outsiders,
I'm
but, like,
hearing of it.
Okay, never. Okay, so it's okay. It's fine. Everything. I'm gonna do damage control. It's fine. Okay. Can Alexandria look at this individual strapped to the table?
You see this dude looks like he's probably in his like mid-40s. He's got like messy, frazzled black hair and like a scrappy beard that's like grown out too long. He just has
he's
like
not hot.
What?
Yes, he's not hot.
No. No, this looks...
We're like, wait, can this be some like hot like enemy to lovers thing?
This is a dude who looks like he was desperate enough to head out to the desert to try to rob tombs to get things to sell.
He has like a family. Can I take off his mouth? Like if it's gagged?
You
like
can.
That will make him able to like, you know, leave. Okay, yeah, I'll take it off.
Sure. As you go to the Ipiku says, we already tried talking. He's so annoying. He just, please don't.
I want to look at him and see what his eyes look like. Like, what's going on is...
His eye, like, Ipuku or the guy on the table, or altar?
The guy on the table.
The guy on the altar looks, frantic. He looks like someone who's been interrogated. He looks like someone who would try to do anything to get out of this situation.
If I don't drink his blood, you are going to kill him and harvest his blood. Correct?
That is what I was going to do, yes, and then take it to the water and change the blood.
And he has been interrogated, and you will not let him go.
We will not let him go.
So it's either I stab him, you collect his blood, or I stab him and drink his blood. Those are my two
I don't know how
options.
you do what you do.
Alexandria just smiles at him, like,
Oh,
like
you would
full teeth.
bite him. I have
Well,
never seen teeth like that on an elf before.
She gets self-conscious. Alexandra's like, thank you. Yeah, I'm not really, I don't know what I am. Maybe elf isn't the right term, but that's another discussion for another day.
So, it's not that I don't have all day, but there are other things I'd rather be doing.
Okay. She's gonna look to the thing and say, do you want, like, I can make your death quick and painless, and I can take your blood versus them, the people you hate, getting it. I want you to blink twice if you would like me to kill you painlessly and consume your blood.
Well, it's getting consumed either way, buddy.
He,
You are going to die either way, but I
at
can
first,
make it
he seems too panicked to do anything. He just starts like hyperventilating, and his eyes are just frantically darting around. But then he has like a moment of clarity. He looks at you. He freezes up, and he blinks twice.
God! Oh God! Alexandria knows how to kill, but now she. Oh no! Okay. You know what? It's fine. This is. Oh God. Okay, then.
You feel a thud on your back. Ibuku like whacks you with his cane. Hey, come on! Hey,
God.
you're taking a very long time. You're drawing out the suffering.
No,
Huh?
I'm fine. I am not a monster. This is a mercy. This is a mercy for him. This is a mercy. Yeah. This is right. Like it's he's gonna die either way. So this is like it's a mercy. I'm not a monster. Just give me just give me your dagger. Just give me your dagger, okay? Just can I please have the ceremonial dagger, or am I already holding it?
Oh, yeah, you can. I thought you were going to bite him, but you showed me those teeth. But
Oh, no,
here you go.
I'm going to kill him quickly, and then I will. Alexandria's gonna stand over him and look him in the eye, and say, "May you find peace in your next life." Trying to like mimic something she's heard Elektra say, and just like genuinely like smile at him, like not in a sinister smirky way like she does a lot, like a genuine like soft like it's just trying to give this moment a peace, and she's gonna slit his throat.
As you say, may you have peace, he closes his eyes and leans his head back. Roll damage for me just to see.
Oh God!
If he gets a quick death or not.
Oh God! And he promises it, and then he's just like,
you do get sneak attack damage though.
Okay, well that's a 4, and then I think it's only 6, and then that's 5, so that's 9 damage.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just a real quick across his neck, and you see all the life begins to drain from him, out from his neck, and the blood begins pooling and like traveling through like divots in this altar into like collection looking areas attached to the altar. Yeah.
Able to drink can Alexandria drink from the where it's pooling, or can she try to drink from like his like carnage neck?
She can do whatever she wants.
Oh God. Is the like the collection, does it collect like in something that she can like?
It's just sort of like pooling on part of the altar. You
Okay,
mentioned they
yeah,
probably like move it through the air into an urn or something.
Okay, then Alexandria is gonna just go to his neck and is gonna drink. Oh God.
Alexandria steps up to this altar, looks down at the Tomb Raider's neck she just slit, leans over and sinks her fangs into the neck of this man and begins to drink and feels incredible.
God.
It feels like the spark of life is like reignited in her veins. Like there's fire in your eyes. You feel like you could run a marathon and fight 100 people at once. You just feel like ecstatic. It's like you just feel the raw essence of life flowing through your veins.
It's gonna be addicting.
And you step back. You look down as the blood continues to be collected by this altar, and it feels like for a brief amount of time, it doesn't feel like something that could be maintained, but at least for this moment, you do feel stronger.
Okay. Alexandra probably was crying through that, so she probably just like wipes and goes into that like I'll deal with this later, soldier. Like I gotta go. We gotta go do stuff. Like, but like freak. Oh God.
Give me a perception check real quick.
Please roll high after that. Okay, that's an 18 plus 3, so that's a 21.
21. You take a step back, and for a split second, you catch a glimpse of it looks like the giant scorpion statue turns to look at you, then looks back as if acknowledging you.
Oh, okay.
And that is where we'll end our session today.
Hey!
Bada boom, bada bing, baby.
That was so good.